How many of you right now feel mentally exhausted, stuck, drained, but not understanding why? How many of you are not necessarily sad all the time? You're just tired. Your mind is constantly being pulled again and again in her direction, right? Where is she? What's she doing? Does she miss me? I should check on her. Looks like she's doing well. I should reach out. I need to stop thinking about her. Do not reach out. What was I just doing? Right? Drop a 1 in the chat if this is the type of loop that sounds familiar to you. If you've ever been caught in this type of mental trap for minutes, for hours, for weeks, drop a 1 in the chat if you have noticed your energy levels have tanked after your mind is running miles and miles in this loop. Chris says 1. Tom says 1. Brad says 1. Tony says 1. So, how many of you guys here want to stop the mental loops when you notice that you're stuck in them? Know what keeps pulling you back into one so you can prevent falling into another. And actually reclaim your energy so you can think clearly. You can stay present in the moment and get through the day without feeling mentally wiped. Type a 2 in the chat if you're looking for these types of results. And if you've been trying to get there, but it's just not within reach, and you're burning all of your energy in these loops and you don't know what else to do. Terrence says 2. Appreciate the honesty. John says 2. So if we have not met yet, my name is Elena, and I'm a men's breakup coach who helps men go through the actual letting go process and moving on after difficult relationships. For good, okay, without forcing closure or pretending it didn't matter. And just a side note, I've been in your shoes, all right? Trying to let go of someone, but getting caught in those mental loops day in and day out, to the point where my energy was hemorrhaging uncontrollably. And once I was able to learn how to get out of the loops and stop them from happening, I was able to regain my focus, dial into my life with precision, and get unstuck and move forward. So today's training is about the exhaustion a lot of you are feeling because of overthinking. Okay, we're going to talk about what actually is causing it and why it keeps looping. So, long story short, I'm going to be walking you through the 3 main reasons why overthinking is so exhausting. And we'll be giving you 2 questions you need to ask yourself to get out of the loop when you find yourself stuck in it. Yes or yes in the chat if you are ready to get your energy back today. I know a lot of you guys have been trying for a while, but today, it's possible. Rob says yes. Chris says yes. Brandon says yes. Tony says yes. Beautiful. So, first thing is first, we need to understand why overthinking feels so exhausting, okay? Because you can't fix something you don't understand. I'm pretty logical like that. Right? Quick example, try servicing a vehicle without understanding first what the problem is. It's pretty impossible to do so, correct? So we need to know what is wrong and why before we can actually grab the right tools to give it the right fix. So, tell me guys, why does overthinking become an issue when it's about an ex and it's mentally draining? Why is it so mentally draining? Specifically this types of thoughts. Write it in the chat what you think. Because humans have thousands of thoughts a day. So why are these ones in particular draining and absolutely intolerable? see what your thoughts are. Where's our starting point? Bill says, because it never actually goes anywhere. That's a good point, right? Andrew, it's like my brain never shuts off. Yeah, exactly. And that is exactly what I want to break down for you today. Tony says it's a bad habit and you don't want it. Yeah. So, love that. Let's jump into those 3 reasons why it is an energy black hole. Okay, so make sure you have something to write with because you're going to want to note these down. Reason number 1, overthinking is your brain trying to solve a problem that is impossible to solve. Okay? Your mind is trying to solve something unresolved, right? Keeps thinking. Thinking feels like active, right? Like we're actually getting closer to the solution, but it's draining. You're not overthinking because you're stuck. You're overthinking because your system is looking for certainty. It's looking for proof. It's looking for a logical answer, for closure. Right? This is where we replay conversations. We're imagining different outcomes. We're trying to figure her out. Give me a yes if you notice your mind is always replaying the same thoughts on loop. The same things over and over. Not finding more information, but still trying to crack the code or make it make sense. It's our systems trying to find an answer to an impossible question. Brad says yes. Darren says yes. Reason number 2, guys. Hope is the hidden energy drain. And this is a really big one. Most men do not realize that they're still hoping. Okay? What are we hoping, guys? That the relationship will work out. That she's going to change. That things will get better. Or trust can be rebuilt. Or that they're not going to hurt us again. Or we're not going to get cheated on again, right? All that hope. That hope keeps the nervous system on standby. Okay? Hope doesn't actually feel heavy. It's actually the waiting part that is heavy. Okay? Your energy isn't being used to move forward. It's being used to stay emotionally available for something that isn't happening. So if part of you is still waiting, even quietly, type me in the comments. Brad says me. I love it. That's powerful to admit, right? Chris says me. Keith as well. Reason number 3. Your brain equates thinking with protection. So overthinking feels like control. It feels like preparation. We're risk mitigating. We're trying to protect ourselves from future threats. But it actually is keeping your mind trapped in the loop. Okay? Focused on things that did hurt you. So this is like worrying if she's with somebody else. Wondering what you did wrong. Or hoping one more insight might bring some relief. The key with this one is that your brain is working overtime to try to prevent pain, but it's creating complete exhaustion instead. So let's get to it. Okay, who's ready for the 2 questions to jump out of this mental loop? Drop a 2 in the chat if you have something ready to copy these questions down so you can use them for immediate results moving forward. Because your energy is being absolutely drained and it's time to take it back. Tony says 2. Luke says 2. All right, let's get to it, guys. Question number 1. I call this the energy leak question. Is this thought helping me move forward or keeping me stuck? That is what I want you to ask yourself first when you notice. Okay? Is this thought helping me move forward or keeping me stuck? Not every thought deserves your energy, guys. Like I said, we think thousands of thoughts a day. This question is going to force you to measure the thought against the person you are trying to become. All right? Not the pain you're trying to escape. All right, and then question 2. The direction question. What does moving forward look like right now? Because letting go is not one decision that is the big decision of your life. It's a series of small ones made consistently. So what does moving forward look like right now? This question shifts you from overthinking to action. Action gets results. Thinking does not. So, bottom line with this, your exhaustion is because you loved her, and it's not because you loved her too much. Okay? It's because your mind is fighting a battle that's already over. And the moment that you stop trying to solve it and wait on it and outthink it all, your energy actually comes back. And when your energy comes back, so does your power. So, here is my question for you today. How many of you want to finally move on, clear your head, and feel like yourself again? But you feel stuck because you can't stop thinking about her. You're still hoping, still replaying, still trying to make sense of it. How many of you want your energy back, but you feel trapped in that mental loop we just talked about? Listen, it's very difficult to get there alone, okay? You're gonna have the blind spots, things that you can't see. You won't see where hope is still quietly running the show. I speak from experience. You won't see where your brain is disguising protection as progress. So maybe really when it comes down to it, it might just be that you might just need to learn how to regulate your nervous system. Maybe it's a mindset shift. Maybe it's a strategy that needs to happen, right? Maybe it's just something key that you're missing there that you can't see, so that you would actually move forward for good without falling back into the same overthinking, waiting, emotional attachment every time something reminds you of her. And this happens to be what I've personally experienced, but also what I've put a lot thought, effort into. It's what I specialize in now. My main coaching is helping men fully let go of toxic relationships, and I'm really good at it. What I do inside my moving on after her is the gold standard for breaking the mental loop, rebuilding your confidence, and helping you step back into your power. So if you want to stop obsessing, stop waiting, stop feeling emotionally hooked, and actually feel calm and in control again, just like the men I work with who now wake up clear-headed, focused, and they are no longer triggered by her name, then comment mentor below. All right, this is the ultimate fast track. And I speak from experience always because I did not have this fast track. You can integrate years worth of my knowledge and others, failure, trial and error, in a fraction of the time you've already spent trying to solve this on your own. And here is what will happen. You comment mentor, I reach out to you, we'll have a quick conversation. And I'm going to get clear on exactly where you're at and what's keeping you stuck, more importantly. I'm going to give you an actionable plan that is tailored specifically to you and your life right now. And if I can't help you, I'm going to tell you that. And I'll point you towards something that can. But if I am confident that I can help you solve this for good. And your goal is to stop living in mental survival mode and actually move forward, comment mentor. Because this might be the decision that changes everything. If you got value out of today's training, comment value and let me know. We dropped some really critical bombs tonight on how to get your energy back from these mental loops. And anybody that's watching the replay, let me know if you got value as well. Comment value. So again, if you're done being mentally exhausted, okay, if you're ready to actually move forward instead of just thinking about it, comment mentor below. And when you do, I'm going to personally reach out to you. We'll have a real conversation. We're going to get clear on exactly where you're stuck, exactly what's keeping you in the loop, and what needs to shift. And you're going to walk away with a clear, actionable plan tailored to you and your life, not generic crap. And if I'm not the right fit for you, I'm going to tell you that honestly and point you in the right direction. But if I know that I can help you solve this for good, we're going to talk about what that looks like. Either way, you're going to leave with clarity. Okay? I appreciate everybody who has showed up today, who commented, who are honest with themselves. That takes a lot more strength than you realize. And I will see you guys in the next training. All right? Bye-bye.